Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and it's part 1 of 2 of my reaction plus review to Stray Kids' newest album, their 6th mini album, Ordinary. And we had checked out the track videos, we've checked out the main trailer earlier today, we've checked out the music video, and now I am ready to dive into the 6 B-sides. And funnily enough, I probably could have reacted and reviewed this already several hours ago, because that's when actually the lyric videos were finalized. At least the ones from, you know, the a bit less quality channels, because that's actually the thing. This Monday I had reacted to (G)I-DLE's newest album, I Never Die, and there I said I do not want to wait any longer, I just take the first ones I can grab, and I did that, and well, those were, yeah, terrible. I don't know how it was possible to be so wrong, like more wrong than right when it came to distinguishing who is singing right now. And I say like this, I'm not 100% sure on all the names still, on all the voices and everything, which is why I rely on lyric videos most of the time, besides obviously wanting to know what is being said within the song. So I probably shouldn't be the one to judge, but I feel like if you do lyric videos, then you should definitely be keen on actually wanting to do it in the correct way. And due to that, I said, alright, I'll wait this time. I instead lay down again, take a little nap, and then hope that up until that point, my opinion best channel for lyric videos, Saji Farhani, has finished his lyric videos, or their lyric videos. And then it's not the case, they finished all 6, so we can now dive into this together with the highest chance of it being flawless, because they've also done some mistakes here and there, but usually they have the best quality lyric videos. So we've waited a bit longer to now dive into this to hopefully have it correctly. And unfortunately, given it's JYP, we can't do the easy, convenient way to say, hey, we do all 6 songs in around 1 hour video. No, because it's JYP, we have to split this entire thing into 2 videos instead. So 2 parts with 3 songs each. Means we're first going to be doing the first 3 B-sides, so we're going in chronological order, which means the first 3 songs we're going to be checking ourselves: Venom, Charmer, and Freeze. So without further ado, let's stop the talking, let's start directing. The first B-side on Stray Kids' 6th mini album, Ordinary, Venom. Let's check it out. And I'll say it like this, the beat peak we got from it in the track video was sick. Let's check it out. Let's go. This beat is just... Okay, I like that we use Venom as a metaphor for Spider in some way. Ooh, actually pretty quick rap verse here. Seungmin, seriously, Seungmin does some of the best pre-choruses. I only know how to purple hair, okay. Stray Kids' pre-choruses. Seriously, they sound incredible. Ooh. It's more of an instrumental chorus than an anti-drop yet again, but it just sounds so badass. Even some shouting in there, alright? Oh, I'm actually surprised that we actually go rather slow with the beat instead of going a bit faster over it, because that's actually what it provides. Don't rap like man. Their rap verses as always on point. But that's the Stray Kids classic. We have the rap verses, and then these lovely pre-choruses. And what a lengthy full pre-chorus, which really makes up like bitch for the rather simple anti-drop. Oh. No chorus is somewhere, do we just go for the...
돈만 못 가 여길 빠져나가서 어딜 가 주변의 랍도 않는 분위기에 사로잡힌 난이 뭔가
Ooh. That's the pace increase I wanted. What is heavy drums though? Alright. That was the tempo increase I was looking for, because I think I mentioned it in the track video reaction. That there's been really at least a lot of room for potential in the variety. Oh! Hell yeah! Oh, and this time we got the got me very far in the background, basically whispered. Alright, Stray Kids' Venom to kick us off for part 1. Like mentioned, I was very excited to see what they will do with this beat, because this beat really has such a lot of room, you know, like the BPM of it is rather slow, and that can either be used to go slow with it for more of an atmospheric delivery, or to then really go off and just bam 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 flex all over it. And we decided to go for this faster paced rap delivery for the bridge, which worked really well in my opinion, while keeping it more slower and more like mentioned atmospheric for the verses. The song itself, like mentioned, the chorus is definitely more of an anti-drop, and the highlight of the song for me is 100% the pre-chorus. That pre-chorus is amazing and definitely my favorite part of the song, because again, we kick up with chorus, Changbin verse. It's this amazing pre-chorus, we go back to the chorus, then we got Han and Hyunchin doing stuff, first Hyunchin and Han, we go back to the chorus, then we go back to the pre-chorus, skip the chorus this time because we already did it twice. Go to this great bridge, which was, like mentioned, now way faster than the rest of the rap from the song, before we then go back to that finale and just go ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. Was also, like mentioned, pretty cool shouting section that you do along. But that pre-chorus is definitely my highlight of the song. Because again, I'm always more of a fan of very, you know, explosive choruses, you know, like that's why I love like God's Menus of Thunderous so much as example. You know, anti-drops work for me and I think they're fun and everything, but I feel like the chorus usually should be that spike moment of the song. So that's why I really enjoy this pre-chorus a lot, because it's such a big sound difference in comparison to the rest of what's happening in the song, and simply because the vocals in it just sound that damn good. In my fingers, that English lyric here to the gotta be wrapped up around all your fingers. That section there, okay, is freaking amazing. This first section of the pre-chorus is, wow, that's incredible. Like, Stray Kids has so many great pre-choruses, and I could just say it yet again, we have still so much older Stray Kids to dive into. Like, really, like mentioned, I've only checked out everything up until from like, even I may have checked out God's Menu, but not the album that came with it, and basically everything else just from last year. So still so much more to see from how the B-sides were and everything. But Stray Kids just has these great B-sides, and that's again what I love so much about Stray Kids. To have such a stacked rap line that is always very prominent, that always spits their bars, but also just have this amazing vocal line that then would just come in and just give the instant variety and the instant contrast to those raps with their amazing vocals. And here, like mentioned, this melody is just so good, and that's also something I really love, because I feel like we often tend in K-pop songs to not really play around with the melody or with the pronunciation at the end, but here he really puts so much difference in the second line in comparison to the first one, which makes it stand out that much. Can't feel my fingers. So it went deeper, and now me wrapped up around your fingers. The way he holds that there for a moment in a more brighter tone, that works so well. Fingers, fingers. That's so good. That's definitely my highlight of the song right there. That section there first from Sungmin, I think in the second pre-chorus by Lino, or one of the other vocalists. Definitely my highlight of the song. And overall, like mentioned, very good song. Again, I like that we had first slower rap and then more faster rap for the bridge. The chorus is okay, you know, like mentioned, it works, it's catchy in some way, but I'm just more a fan of these big explosive ones, but it just suits the rest of the song, you know, which like mentioned, a more slow and atmospheric beat, so it's totally fine, it totally achieves its goal. And yeah, Stray Kids' Venom, I'm very happy with this one. My highlight, like mentioned, 100%, that pre-chorus. Stray Kids just knows how to do pre-choruses. A lot of fun with this, enjoyed this one a lot. We're moving over to our second B-side, which is Charmer. Here I now actually do not have any idea. That was one of the songs that did not get a track video before. We had 3 of 6 B-sides get one. This did not get one, so I'm totally blind on this one this time. So let's stop the talking, let's start reacting. Second B-side of Stray Kids' 6 mini album, Ordinary, Charmer. Check it out. Alright. Ooh, living in Big South City. Ooh, that line too. They have so many little lines that just flow so nicely. Everest. Ooh, really dig that flow there. Oh. Oh wait, there was a pre-chorus? Is this not a chorus already? Oh. Ah, okay. We definitely took a more easier approach here, in sense of, you know, the beat just stays the same. That's why I didn't even notice at first that we were already Changbin. You hear that little kitchen sound effect in the back too. Okay. Oh, Felix's voice! Goodness gracious. But yeah, very interesting. Because like mentioned, the beat basically just remains like that. Maybe we get the big switch up for the final. What is this lyric stuff? Is it like an actual lyric or just like word patches that fit the melody? Or are they like... Wait. Actually have a hashtag in the lyrics, okay. Ooh. This bit of is fantastic. Come on, give me no big finale. Ooh. Dig that delay there. This beat is kicking though. I see why they wanted it to be like basically throughout the entire song. And even an outro. That's always a big plus for me. And it's a long one. Hell yeah. Okay. Alright. I can definitely straight away say that I'm just very happy that I'm not sure how big the track record of that is exactly, but I think Freeracha usually adds a lot of intros and outros to the songs. That here having on otherwise only around 3-minute long song and giving it these 10 more outro seconds, that's really that cherry on top there. That just sometimes improves a song really well, even though it's really not that much, which is something may not many people even notice. It's one of my pet peeves, you know, where I'm always like, why you end the song so short? Just add a bit of an outro there. Boom, they did that here, so that's pretty cool. What I just gotta check real quickly. Charmer, person with an attractive and engaging personality, typically one who uses this to impress and manipulate others. Definitely works for Stray Kids in sense of, you know, attractiveness and everything. But like, what I try to think about is if these weird lyrics for the second half of the chorus are like, or like working towards like a, you know, like imagine you're trying to, what am I trying to say? Like imagine you're on a hunt, you know, and you're trying to trying to attract like animals or whatnot that you try to hunt and everything. So that's why you do like specific sounds and everything to attract them that way. I guess that's what that's supposed to resemble it. The bari bari bi da na na na, you know, like that's some kind of just some kind of way for them to attract specific people, like to charm specific people, you know. Maybe that's what this is supposed to mean, because otherwise I'm not really sure what Barbie Parabari is supposed to mean in sense of the lyrics. But you know, that's just a little thing on the side. Other than that, Charmer definitely has a B-side feel to it, majority due to the fact that it mostly uses the same beat, you know, where even like mentioned, I wasn't even sure at first, okay, is this now still part of the verse, or, you know, but then, oh, I realized, oh, there was a pre-chorus, we're now within the chorus already, you know, because that's always the risk you take basically when you do a mostly one beat type of song, you know, where we don't really have big switches for like the chorus or anything. People may get confused at first and then realize after the second listen, or like after a few moments, wait, here we are on the chorus now, you know. But little lines yet again, like mentioned, that I really like, whether it's a pronunciation, just the flowing of it, it's like rise like the it just flows really nicely there. I really like that. My personal highlight probably though are the bridge again, because the melodies there just sound so great, but the pre-chorus too sounds especially great with Felix's deep voice in the second section. But here too, just a cool melody. Resisted. That's a very cool flow there for a very quick on-point pre-chorus, you know, like it's this time after the very full pre-chorus for Venom, we now had a rather short one with just this section there alone, which like mentioned actually felt more like a line for the verse instead of a pre-chorus, but when you then realize it is for the pre-chorus, it works nonetheless. And now we get to the chorus like mentioned, which is definitely a bit more repetitive in the lyrics, which still works because that just makes it easier to sing along and everything, because the more you use the same words, basically the easier it gets to sing along and everything. But yeah, the chorus is alright, you know, like the chorus isn't flashing me or anything because it uses the same sound and the same beat as the verses already, so we then go just for a very simple lyrics repeater there, which is like mentioned, you know, like very simple, you know, nothing too crazy, you know, not the type of chorus that blows my mind away or will at one point, but will ensure that it just remains very fitting and harmonizing with the rest of the song, you know. That's what they wanted to go for here. Hey, we just put this chorus in there, it will work. It isn't a standout chorus at all, but it just works for the rest of the song. It just makes it cohesive and just works, you know. So that's what they did there, so I'm fine with that. The verses were fun again, with a lot of cool flow variation yet again. The pre-chorus, like mentioned, very good, and my personal highlight is probably still again the bridge. The bridge just sounded the build-up for this bridge for the finale is really damn good. Seungwin's vocals shine here a lot. Like this mentioned, it's the build-up awarded to the big finale, because even though we use the same chorus again, this build-up makes it stronger. Very fun little delay. Beat, obviously, like mentioned, even though we use the same beat for the chorus and everything, the beat is obviously a banger, so I do not blame them for that. It's just a very catchy one on top of that. So yeah, Stray Kids is Charmer. Like mentioned, it's definitely a song that feels like a B-side in the song construction sense, because it's like mentioned, rather simple and more linear in the way the beat was done and everything, but still has many little cool highlights in there. The flow is great, the chorus still works, the pre-chorus is amazing, the bridge and build-up for the finale is very strong as well. So Stray Kids is Charmer, a very high quality B-side. I think that's definitely what you could call it. Enjoyed it a lot, had fun with it, and we are moving over to our third and final B-side of part 1 of my Stray Kids 6 mini-album Ordinary reaction, which is Freeze. And goodness gracious, did the Freeze track video was awesome, and I really hope that we're going to be getting the full thing, because that was freaking sick, and I'm now ready to experience the full thing. So without further ado, let's stop the talking, let's start reacting the third and final B-side for part 1, Freeze. Let's go. Let's go. Here we're now with the double time. Unscrewed shirt. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is the hype song of the album, I see. Time to melt it, just break it. Hell yeah. Even the 2-section pre-chorus, this build-up is amazing. Now give me that strong chorus, come on. Oh, never mind. Oh. Ooh, the dubstep here though. That's what I wanted. He makes his voice. Like prison break for everything. Oh, that athlete though. Ooh, this beat be kicking though. Holy moly. Oh man. The fact that we have such a energetic hype verse section in flow and go even hyper in the beat than for the pre-chorus. Damn. You know, we don't increase the pace, but like keep the bass just stronger here, you know? Here we do it first. That's interesting. Ooh. Dang. Okay. It's definitely more like mention of an anti-drop at first, but then the second section just so freaking hype. Ooh. Wouldn't be a study good song without a soft section. Oh no! You can't do that. No! You can't do that! Why would you do that? No! Okay. How can they do that? I literally praised it 10 minutes ago or 5 or whatnot that I really liked that we actually added an outro there for you know, Charmer to give it a bit more of length. Or was it the first one? I already don't know again. But oh, why? I mean, come on now. You can't do such an amazing finale. You can't do such an amazing bridge and then just cut it off and just say no fun. Like, I've seen songs that don't even, like, you know, that just end after the second chorus, you know? Or like, after the second chorus have a little extra 10-second outro section. So just earlier this week we had it with Solar's Honey, or we had it in Everglow's Adios and everything, where I was already like, you know, I would have loved if we had a bridge in between that and then that outro section, or like with a third chorus or whatnot, but, you know, unfortunate, but, okay, still, but here we literally do the bridge and then end it. Like, what? Why would you do the bridge but then not do the final chorus? Or like, at least an outro section there. The song isn't even 3 minutes long yet. They could have easily taken another 30 seconds on top of that. Oh, man. Okay, that really annoys me a little bit, because otherwise the song is freaking hype and sick and everything, but this just makes it feel incomplete straight away, you know? Like, why are we ending K-pop songs so soon? This is way too abrupt, you know? Like, not even abrupt. It would have been even more abrupt if we ended it after the second chorus, which would have been even more like mentioned criminal, but I feel like it's even another type of evil to say, okay, we then add such an amazing bridge here, but we do not, you know, let it, give it that satisfying payoff, because that's usually what the bridge is for, you know. The bridge isn't only there to be like a very strong rap verse or melodic part or whatnot, you know. That's usually what we do with bridges in big K-pop songs, or like big B-sides or whatnot. It's not only there for that to just sound good, but also to just make this great final transition between that usually even stronger third chorus. That's usually what I wanted final chorus to be, either different compared to the first two, or we change up the chorus in a way where we, you know, just do it in a different tempo or whatnot, or like leave out a section and add another one, or just add an outro or whatnot. You know, so many possibilities to do finales to a song. And here the finale to the song is to not have one. And that's, yeah. Bit unfortunate, because it's definitely already makes the song feel not as good as it could have been. Just imagine you get that third chorus there again, or we do a big hype outro. You know, like, we don't even need to do the chorus a third time. Just add after the bridge a hype dubstep outro or something like that, you know, to hype out alongside with the guys. Like a shouting thing, like freeze, whatnot. So many possibilities. And they chose the worst one to do, which is just cut it there. That is so freaking sad, because otherwise, like mentioned, this song is badassery. We got the double time spits, we got the big energetic high tempo flow from the rap quartet. Did you say that? Like, that's at least I said in German. I'm probably not sure if it's that like in English, but from the rap line from Felix here, Han and Chang, but like absolutely fantastic flowing here, sounded freaking great. We then actually do a increase in the hype, you know, because usually we do the other way around, or like, you know, at least not for these type of songs, when we do such high verses, we then usually do a more softer pre-chorus to then go again then go hype again for the chorus. Instead, they just increase the hype this time, which is insane. You can pull it in China itself, unscrewed. Like, it goes even louder, even more powerful, which is a very rare thing, because they wanted this big power increase before the chorus already, and it works. Large ice, that's such a cool line too, though. We have a lot of cool lyrics in this. Large iceberg that blocks my way, there's no time to melt it, just break it. Insane line. Very cool, very great visual. And here, we first do a more slower drum section before we then go for the faster one. And then we like maybe go for more of an anti-dub at first. Just we go for the powerful dubstep section, bit of shouting. Oh, that's so great though. Dang. And then we go to the better section, which sounds amazing. The chorus, the verses, everything is so freaking good. But then for whatever reason, man, it's so sad. Because again, the bridge sounds so good, but it just misses the payoff. Hyunshin singing here is so great. Like, you feel this build up, you feel this tension rise. And then there's just nothing. Like, that's like, imagine you're at a EDM festival and the DJ is putting on such a sick mix or anything, and you just feel how he's mixing right there, and he's preparing that drop, and everybody's ready for the drop, and they're first like, oh, we got a short delay, and then he just turns off the volume. That's how this feels. You like, it's not even like a soft bridge with like a fade out moment, you know. We would have said, okay, if we don't do a third chorus, if we don't do a finale or an outro or whatnot, then we at least let the bridge fade out. You know, where we then really feel like, okay, this is more like an ending of a song. But instead, this bridge is literally a hype up, a build up, a strong build up that gets faster and more hype as the time went on, that you will do ahead of a finale. So this ending definitely leaves me a bit question, and definitely, like mentioned, makes the song less good than it could have been, because it's not just only that it like misses that finale section, but especially by doing the bridge like that way, it's just a payoff that's just not there at the end. That's a bit unfortunate here. I really gotta honestly say that. The rest of the song is freaking hype. The rap was awesome. The chorus is strong. The bridge is great, but just then falls flat because there's no follow up to it. Man, why? Why we had to end this so abruptly? That's a bit unfortunate because it definitely, like mentioned, takes down the song a little bit, but it's still fun. You know, what we still have was still great, so I guess I can look past it, but it really took away the opportunity for this B-side to be one of my favorites of the year thus far, because it was really that good and then just, you know, throws that potential away. But yeah, that's it with part 1 of 2 of my Stray Kids 6 mini album Ordinary Reaction Plus review. We've checked the first 3 B-sides, Venom, Charmer, plus Freeze, and we will now be checking out soon the other 3 ones in around an hour or so. Like, I will first upload this and finish the thumbnail and everything, and then make it public and then record the rest. So yeah, we'll see each other again in around 90 minutes or something like that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and the reaction. Tell me your thoughts about the 3 Bs that we checked out here thus far, and we see each other again in a few minutes again with part 2. Thanks for watching, stay safe, healthy, and happy.